Alright, what is going on, guys? SpitefulHopes back again, coming into the video brought to you and sponsored by, well, me. Now, this is probably the most expensive piece of art that I've ever commissioned. However, I do think that everything came out absolutely perfect. Chris killed it. His Twitter handle is currently at the top right if y'all see it. Honestly, he's like the main go-to for me personally. I did have him redraw a few things just so everything was literally just absolutely perfect. I'm absolutely in love with this. We literally have everything from like baby onesies to pet hoodies to women sweatshirts to zipper sweatshirts with this on the back. I don't personally advise using cloth masks. All proceeds from these will actually go towards charity because honestly I don't really feel comfortable selling these, but people were asking for them. We do have stickers. Literally anything you could possibly think of is probably here. Also, I wouldn't advise getting these for your phone because they don't really protect much. Now, for those that are looking into investments, I do have the Acorns, Robinhood, and WeBull app. Robinhood and WeBull actually give you free stocks for signing up. Acorns is, in my opinion, a very good way to invest without having to understand what you're fully investing in. I definitely recommend that for new investors. Alright, what is going on, guys? SpitefulHopes back again, coming at you with the should you summon for this banner. Now, I will go over the news, but I think I'm going to do it in a separate video because we actually got quite a lot of news in terms of like the modding community, and then on top of that, so I do want to go over this. Shout out to the boy Soldex, as always. As you can see here, Nanao is finally a team boost instead of a self boost. Alright, so she a team boost or no now? And I'm like, so I said, so she team boost or nah? And he's like, yeah, today's update made her team buff. We'll update site soon, fix some 2,500 images, working on them right now. We'll update the site when all those, when those all are done processing. I'm like, KK, cool. Salute. So shout out to the boy Soldex, as always, working hard for the community. And yeah. Alright, so should you summon on this banner? Honestly, I feel like the quick answer is going to be yes. But if you're a veteran and you already have all the filler, which you very well might, honestly, I feel like this is going to be a skip and then go for the individuals on the characters that you actually want in particular. You probably have alternatives for these characters if you've been playing for a relatively long time, and I will go over the alternatives for some of these characters. Okay, so first on the list, I don't want to go over the garbage. Sajin's actually okay, but like I feel like he falters because he has a little too much range collision. The range collision is honestly becoming one of those things where if they don't have guard break, they kind of fall to the wayside, not because they're bad characters, but because everyone just does their job significantly faster. And in a game that you're playing for hours and hours on end, if the character is faster, but like honestly, what I would recommend, play the characters that you want. Have fun with the characters that you have fun with, like do that. However, if you're trying to like metagame and just like be fast and clear content as fast as possible so that way you don't have to play the game like longer than you really need to, there are just characters that do it better than a lot of these range collision characters. So that's why like guard break is kind of like big for these things. So going into it, I don't think Resurrection is going to be saving this Noitora in particular. If he gets Havoc 20%, I think he'll be okay. Salaporo, I think is actually, I think he's acceptable. Like, I think he can be pretty good if they give him like a Havoc 20% or a Berserker. Nil, if they give her Flurry, that'd be great. Kensei and Shinji, they are DR links at best. Like, they're 20 DR links. Hopefully they get like normal attack damage as their side stuff, or something along those lines. Kenpachi, he's been thrown out so often. So let's get into the characters that are actually worth talking about. So first and foremost, Salaporo. He does have Frenzy, Long Reach plus 20%, and Bruiser 20%, which in my opinion, normal attack damage string on these characters is kind of wasted. Poison immunity, Debilitator plus 2 seconds with poison on all of his attacks. He did come out during a time when everyone was getting the immunity. Like, let me see. I want to make sure that I get this right. Like, you have burn immunity, right? No, you don't. Okay. Like, he came out during a time when everyone was getting immunity to whatever status element they were giving. He does have a strong attack damage plus 20% link, which I think kind of holds him back. If he resurrects into strong attack recharge, I think he'll be actually pretty good. He has a standard lunge for strong attack, poison on all of his attacks, and a full screen third strong attack. Give him Havoc 20%, Berserker 20%, he'll actually be really good. Range collision second strong attack. This is one of the pushback shave style attacks. Not really too good, in my opinion. Second strong attack is going to be the same. Why do you have similar SA2 as Orihime? That's not right. Similar SA2? Okay, this is definitely off. I don't understand. Oh, is this the split three-way style attack? That could be very well. Okay, it's the split three-way attack for it's the strong attack one of some of the characters. Okay, so that's definitely gonna hold him back a bit. But I mean, it's not necessarily a bad thing. Like actually, for if he's ever bonus in in epic raids, that second strong attack is gonna hit really hard. So that's fine. All right, so next on the list, Aizen. I think Aizen is actually a really good character still. With Transcendence, I think that he definitely holds up. He's been put out in premium pool filler. He's been put in the filler pool a lot, and he is in the premium pool, of course. So strong attack recharge minus 12%, weaken on all of his attacks, crawling vortex second strong attack, full screen third, and then 2500 length beam first. When he gets resurrected, I hope that he gets havoc 20%. That's all he really needs. Like if they give him berserker, like strong attack damage link, amazing, that'd be great. But all he really needs, in my opinion, is like a havoc 20% to be brought up back into the fold. So bruiser plus 20%, throwaway, debilitator plus 5 seconds for the weakening, devastation 40%. With weakening on his ultimate means that you're going to be dealing a lot of damage. Freeze immunity, frenzy, sprinter plus 1. Overall, not a bad character still, and he is a Soul Reaper Hollow, so you can use him in that kind of content. If you're still doing Tower of Ordeals for some reason, like you still kind of want him for floor 20 unless you have like the alternative, which I think is Bankai Shinji, but I could be wrong. I think Bankai Shinji will do the job just fine in that regard. On top of that, no, that's pretty much it for that character. I don't want to go too deep into a lot of these characters because like I want to get down to the meat and potatoes of all these individuals too. So going into weekend, I don't really think I have to go over him too much. So Flurry, Poise, Longer Reach plus 20%. Debilitator 5 seconds, weaken on all of his attacks, walking vortex, walking self vortex on his second strong attack, full screen third, standard lunge first strong attack, weaken on his ultimate so you can proc the weaken whenever you want, and then on top of that, damage reduction minus 16%. Overall, great powerhouse character. Been put in fillers way too many times. If you're new to the game and you still don't have him, this might be a very good opportunity to pull him. I still think that trying to get him, like once you get him max transcended, you're Gucci, but like once you have like a level 3 attack roll or a defense level 3 roll for transcendence, like so that you can use him in PvP, I don't think like pulling him after that just kind of, it sucks. Alright, so next on the list, we do have Byakuya. He is a debilitator plus 2 seconds, havoc 20%, sprinter plus 1, weakened defense. Honestly, this Byakuya is pretty good. He has a standard lunge for a strong attack, right? With the havoc 20%, it goes up to 570. 1200 radius, third strong attack, and then his second strong attack is a plant vortex, which I don't really particularly care for crawling vortexes or plant vortexes anymore. However, the fact that he has havoc 20% allows you to place a large vortex, and then on top of that, you have a chance to proc burn or lacerate, which is really good. He has lacerate on his ultimate, so you can proc that whenever you want, and he does have a no affiliation killer, which I would say holds him back, but since he's used in Path of Valor, I think that he's fine. I do hope that he's useful in the no affiliation guild quest. Like he does have, like with his vortex and it being, I don't think it's an elongated vortex, right? Yeah, it's not an elongated vortex. Like he'll be able to pop that off regularly during the end of the match, which is good if you take a relatively long time, quote unquote. Like if you take like a 30-second to like 50-second run, he might be able to proc that towards the end of the fight, which is really good. So Frenzy, having 20% weaken defense on his ultimate, along with Lacerate and Debilitator 2 seconds. I think that's actually really good, because like Lacerate with weakened defense on his ultimate means that you'll be able to deal a lot of damage to the final boss. And even though like the final boss is going to be a red unit, which they are always red, being able to stop them from using their strong attacks so that your NAD characters can deal damage or whatever, I think that could be very, very helpful. Alright, so that's pretty much that on that Byakuya. Like I said, pretty good. No affiliation killer, holds him back a little bit, but I think it could be useful. Alright, so mainly on the list, Gremmy. Honestly, Gremmy kind of falls a little short because I feel like, honestly, at the end of the day, I think that he's actually better than Aura despite not having guard break, just because of his second strong attack. Just because of his second strong attack. Okay, so strong attack recharge minus 12%, berserker 20%, havoc 20%, frenzy, like status immunity, which is good, devastation 40% with revive on his ultimate, so a lot of utility there. He does have an Arankar killer, so he will be in contention against certain characters like Candace. Let me click here and see exactly who he's up against in terms of Arankar range. Boom, boom. Yeah, so he's going to be going up against like Kisuke. I think he's going to be better than Nanao. I think Isane is going to be better than him, which is funny. And that's pretty much that. Like Kisuke, I think he's gonna be faster than Kisuke, but Kisuke is just Link Slot Potion Plus character. Like you really can't really go wrong with Kisuke. Like, to be honest. So let's do this. All right. So 806 Spiritual Pressure, range collision, first strong attack, push back attack. Kind of sucks. He doesn't have guard break either, which kind of hurts him a bit with that first strong attack. Second strong attack though, 960 AoE distant attack, very good, and then 1200 full screen third strong attack. Like literally he has the same second and third strong attack as Candace, so that's one thing to note, especially when you're trying to clear content very quickly. Now he doesn't have Sprinter +2, so Candace is definitely going to be faster, but if you're trying to take him into like ranged or Rancor Killer week, this could be, like, he could be very good there. Alright, so next on the list, Nanao, and finally, they actually fixed Nanao. Like, they gave her the team boost. It's no longer self boost. My issue, a lot of people were like criticizing me for not liking that she was a self boost. My issue is, why would you make a new strong attack that's just straight up worse than another attack? Like, it'd be different. Actually, if it was a self boost, I wouldn't have minded at all if she had like a bigger multiplier. Like if it was like a 50% stat boost, that'd be amazing. I'd be like, dang dude, like she's completely self-sufficient. You know, like, because when you're doing single player content, you're not using your other characters more often than not. You're usually using one specific character. So her self boosting, if she had like a 50% boost or something like that, which is not unheard of, like, let's do this, red Kenpachi, not that red Kenpachi, this one. Alright, so if we go over here, you go to the attack, you'll see that his ultimate, right, special move, melee, continue ability, it's literally a self buff for 30 seconds, 33% attack, 80% defense, and 33% focus. So he becomes really tanky, and this was really good in PvP back in the day. However, like it was literally a self boost for 33% attack, defense, focus. If this was like 50%, 80%, something crazy, I'd be like, yo, this is nuts. Because then you can use her normal attack damage string, which is like the main criticism for characters that are boosters, right? So you have your strong attack recharge character, but you're only going to be able to use her first strong attack and third strong attack more often than not. So first strong attack, 3000 length beam, amazing. Third strong attack, 1200 radius, amazing. Literally one of the best like boosters in the game. She has a spot killer, which I think would hold her back if it wasn't for the fact that I don't think that on a unit that boosts characters, I don't think that the killer really changes all that much. Like, sure, it'll be nice if she got a PvE killer. However, one, she's gonna be a god in Guild Quest. Two, like, you're boosting your teammates. So if you're doing something like extreme co-op, or if you're doing something like epic raids, that boost is usually enough to make up for like a bad killer and a bad first strong attack, which she doesn't have a bad first strong attack. Sorry, I definitely should have gotten like a cup of water. But yeah, so Soul Reaper with a spotted killer. Interesting. Like I do think she's actually gonna be really good. So Lille Barro. Honestly, I feel like he's very Bro, give me 1 second. I'm gonna pull up the alternate art for this character. Where is it at? There it is. Yeah. So the alternate art for this character is actually pretty cool. Yeah, so it's literally Spirit Society Byakuya, but he's not a pasty white boy no more. Like, you know what I'm saying? So, he's honestly a copy paste of Spirit Society Byakuya, just better in every single way, which is funny. But like, my issue, okay, I got a criticism saying, Spite, you said you wanted a good kit. He has a good kit. Why are you complaining? I'm complaining because like he's literally. And I have it pulled up. I'll show it in a second. Okay, so first and foremost, let's just get into the character. Berserker 40% along with Frenzy, excellent. Havoc 20%, even better. Guard Break and hit hidden enemy chance. The first character to get Guard Break and hit hidden enemy chance that's an SP based unit. I think the first one was Grimmjow. And then on top of that, he has Sprinter +1, Devastation +60%, so he's gonna hit like a truck with his ultimate. Quincy Sternritter with Soul Reaper Killer. He is a ranged Soul Reaper Killer for power. Sound familiar? Yeah. Yeah. Okay, so going into the attacks, first strong attack, 3000 length beam, excellent. 1200 radius AoE, excellent. 960 AoE second strong attack, excellent. Wow, yo, Spite, he's amazing. Why are you complaining? I'm complaining because, like, bro, look at this. Ranged Soul Reaper Killers, you have like the best units in the game. Excuse me. So Lille Barro, Hikone, Byakuya, right? Who's better than these three characters? For range, Soul Reaper Killer in particular. For range characters in particular, let me click here. Because I can only think of one. Byakuya. Like, Bambietta's amazing, don't get me wrong, but that first strong attack I feel like holds her a little bit more back than just like the 3000 length beam. Because it has the same width, right? Like, first strong attack, I'm pretty sure it's the same width. Well, this has a smaller, oh yeah, there it is, radius, 690. So, like, it actually has a smaller width than the first strong attack, the 3000 length beam, which is 870. So, like, I mean, he's better than, like these characters are better than everyone else. It's just, my issue isn't that he has a bad kit at all. It's just that he could have been tech. Tech desperately needs some love. Speed could use some love. Well, I mean, Speed has 5th anniversary Byakuya, but his rates were so low that it's just like really low. But he could have been any other attribute and he would have been just fine. Like, any other attribute except for Speed, and I think that nobody would complain. I definitely wouldn't complain. I'd be like, oh cool, this is a Spirit Society Byakuya clone except for a different attribute. Or they could have given him Hollow Killer and he would have been amazing. Alright, so next on the list we have the individuals. So that's going to wrap up pretty much the main banner. Honestly, not a bad main banner. However, like, these filler characters have been tossed out so many times that it's kind of annoying at this point. Going into the actual individuals, Lille Barro, in my opinion, probably has the best one. And on top of that, I do think that he's best in banner. Just straight up, just because of raw damage, straight up. Like, he's really good. Like, not having to put on a Zeta pill, guard break, that's amazing. Okay. So going into these characters, Tsukishima is pretty mediocre. Kione Sentaru is pretty bad. Koga, still very good unit. He's definitely showing his age around this time just because of like the whole Berserker and having 20% for everybody. Second strong attack, 960 AoE. Third strong attack, 1170. Best third strong attack in the game in my opinion. Like, I personally love this strong attack the most, especially that it's on a range character. Alright, so Bruiser, 20%. Throwaway ability. Debilitator 5 seconds with paralysis / freeze on his second, third, and special move. Devastation 40%, Frenzy, Havoc 20%, Sprinter +1. His range is nuts. He's a strong attack recharge enhanced link, which is good. And then his first strong attack, 3000 length beam, 1170 AoE, and then 960 second strong attack. Literally, in my opinion, the best kit in the game. For a range character, this is literally perfect. The only thing that's beating this is Havoc 40% standard lunge. Next on the list, we have Toshiro. Toshiro is actually a really good character, and if you don't have him, pulling him is not a bad thing. This damage inflicted at full stamina, 25%, is very, very strong. All right, so I don't really care for his like skills too much. Star Barrier +10, Ichibe will smack the hell out of that. Debilitator 5 seconds, freeze on all of his attacks except for his barrier. Second strong attack is a barrier skill with a 40-second cooldown, which kind of sucks. Since he is a full stamina damage boost soul trait, he doesn't have SAR, so you're gonna have to put SAR on him in order to keep that up. Third strong attack, standard full screen. First strong attack, is going to be the standard beam. Overall, just good value character, very, very strong, hollow killer, and since he's a premium pool unit, getting him 5/5 is actually very doable, and he does a good job. All right, so next individual banner is going to be Gremmy. Gremmy's individual banner is really bad. The only person worth mentioning is going to be this Kisuke, Hollow Killer with Team Boost. This could be good for Guild Quest, but like his kit's kind of mid. Like, if I remember correctly, does he have a 900? Yeah, 900 radius third strong attack holds him back. Standard lunge first strong attack, no havoc. He's a recover stamina link, which you don't recover stamina in Guild Quest that way. But I mean, his individual sucks, to be honest. I don't really think it's really worth mentioning too much, but Gremmy himself I think is actually pretty good. If you pull him, great. First strong attack, 2500 length beam, full screen third strong attack, and then shave style second strong attack that pushbacks the enemy. So the Ishin's okay, but last ditch survival rate instead of like strong attack recharge holds him back. And last but not least, Nanao. Not a bad individual banner. Ikaku's kind of annoying, Renji's kind of annoying, but like, having them 5/5 is not necessarily a bad thing because they are strong attack recharge links. So like using them for like transcendent stuff is pretty good. Next on the list, Ginrei, damage reduction 20%, flurry, Berserker 30%, Debilitator plus 5 seconds, Paralysis on his third and his NAD, which is, I think it being on his NAD is really good because that's going to be what you're using the most. Flurry Poise, very good for epic raids. He is a range style attacker. He does have Tokinada's normal attack damage string, which is good. And that's pretty much all I really want to say about him. And of course, last but not least, Stark, enhanced strong attack damage, link of 25%, Frenzy, and then Devastation 40%, Sprinter plus 1. Unfortunately, he was given Bruiser 20% and Longer Reach 20% NAD abilities for, I don't know why. But his first strong attack is a Shave style pushback. Second strong attack is going to be the 575 AoE, and then full screen third strong attack. I don't think he's a bad character. I think that he's just shown his age overall this time, to be honest. So, I mean, like, Cacao Society for this year wasn't really... It wasn't really busted or anything like that, right? So, let me click here. Yeah, so White Day Tsukishima, Fallen to the Wayside, White Day Kisuke, still a team booster, and then White Day, that awkward moment where, and White Day Stark, honestly, he kind of just fell off. But, I'm gonna leave it at that. Overall, the banner's good. Like, the main banner is actually pretty good in comparison to, like, the crap that they're like pawning us, the stuff that they normally pawn onto us. I do have most of these 5/5, so I don't particularly like the idea of going to 10 steps, but my boy Ray and I are going to be going in. This is probably going to be the last banner that I do 10 steps on, and then after this I'm just going to be like chilling. Probably, I don't know if we're going to collab later on during the year, we'll see about that. I'll probably talk to I'll probably message out him yet. I'll see what he wants to do. But I'm gonna leave it at that. You know, guys, grind on, catch up with me. Stay blessed. Like, comment, and subscribe. If you know, if y'all enjoyed this video, and make sure to hit that notification bell if you want to stay up to date with all my content. Hopefully, this was helpful for you guys. Y'all have a great day. My dogs are barking. I'm gonna go take care of them real quick, and this is what I have to do. Anyway, stay blessed. I'll see y'all on the next one. Peace.